Hello everybody, welcome to the Witchin Kitchen. I'll be with you today. I'm a wizard in the kitchen. And today we're going to make Keto Crustless Pumpkin Pie. Great little treat to have with some keto friendly whipped cream. So the first thing we have to do is get the stove ready and preheat it. Set it up to 425 like you would a normal pumpkin pie. We'll start that and it's on its way to preheat. Next, got to put on an apron. I got my apron on and I'm ready to go. Third thing you need to do if you're a chef. And I am a licensed retired pastry chef and a Red Seal chef. What we do all the time is make sure we run ourselves a sink of hot water with soap so that we can always have everything ready to go when we need it, clean for surfaces. So let's fill the sink up with soap. So now that we have our dishwater all ready to go, let's talk about the ingredients for a second. This is what you're going to need. I've got all my ingredients here and I'll explain what they are. Here's all your spices. So this is going to be 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/2 teaspoon of ginger ground, 1 tablespoon of cinnamon, and 1/2 teaspoon of allspice. Now I add a little bit more than what's called for because I like mine a little bit spicier. Also, you're going to need 1/2 can of pure pumpkin puree without any spice in it. 2 whole eggs. We're using, because I'm on keto, Swerve. It measures almost like brown sugar. It's better for you. And it's about 1/3 cup that I use because I don't like my crustless pumpkin pie to be too sweet. You're going to need a measuring cup, a liquid measuring cup, a whisk, and a spatula. 3/4 cup of whipping cream. I don't use the evaporated milk. I use whipping cream. Gives it a lot better texture. Stainless steel bowl, 9x9 square cake pan, and a cooling rack is optional. Butter softened at room temperature. You're going to also need a little piece of saran wrap. We're going to start first with the Swerve brown sugar. We're going to put that in. We're going to add 2 eggs. 1 egg. 2 eggs. Beautiful. Wash your hands. That way we make sure nothing gets cross-contaminated. I always usually take one of these, put them around my neck. I'm going to whisk this in like you normally would, very quickly. Breaking down the sugars and mixing it up with the eggs in here. Once again, this Swerve brown sugar is great stuff. Because, like I say, it's a better alternative than sugar. It's healthier for you. And it's all natural. It measures like normal brown sugar. It gives you that great taste. It's such a great, rich taste that you're used to with brown sugar. Okay, so this is looking good. Perfect. Now we've got that done. It's time to add the 1/2 can of pure pumpkin puree. Pure pumpkin puree without the spice in it. Very important stuff because if you do get the spiced, it starts tasting like the tin. You can't really control too much of what's going on. Alright, we'll put this right into the mixture now. Incorporate it all together. Perfect. Now, that we have this all nicely incorporated, we're going to put our spice in very gently and just feather it in. And now we'll mix our spices in, put that into the dishwater. It's a very easy recipe. The nice part about this recipe is because it's keto friendly. 1 piece with whipped cream, when you slice it out into 9 pieces, about 2 grams of net carbs with a tablespoon of the whipped cream I'm going to tell you about. Speaking of which, I should do something right now and take this bowl here, this metal bowl. It's a little hack that I learned a long time ago. And stick it in the freezer so it gets nice and cold. Let's go do that. I'll be right back. Now that we put the bowl in the freezer to chill, it's time to add the last ingredient. And all it is, because like I said, I don't use evaporated milk. I use whipping cream. So 3/4 cup of whipping cream goes in. Liquid measurer, very important. It's not the same as using a normal measuring cup. You have to use a liquid measurer. Use a nice clean spatula, scrape it all out. We're done with that. Mix the last little bits of this up. And don't be afraid about what the color looks like. I know it's going to be a little bit different to what you're used to because I'm using whipping cream. It's going to make it almost like a mousse when you're on a ketogenic diet. We use whipping cream because it's a high fiber content, there's no sugars in it. So we kind of go and work away at making something really beautiful. So now that we've got this all incorporated, I told you about a little trick. I mentioned that you need a piece of saran wrap. You're going to grab a 9x9 square cake pan, a little bit of saran wrap with butter on it, and you're going to grease the whole inside of this using the saran wrap. That way your fingers don't get all gross, and you can get into all those little nooks and crannies because you do not want to have any of this stick to this pan as a base. Because, of course, being crustless, you got to make sure you give it a base there that it's not going to stick, because the only thing you want it to stick to is the inside of your stomach. And trust me, losing as much weight as I have, I need to get some food into me. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. This is all greased. We got into the corners. Put this away. There we go. This is what you want it to look like. Beautiful, buttered, all nice all the way through. Let's get this mixture in and get it into the oven because it's ready to go. Now that we've got our stuff ready to go and it's in the pan, we're going to set our timer just like you normally would for the pumpkin pie for 15 minutes. And we're going to start that right now. We're going to get this in on the middle rack. And while we're waiting for that to count down, we're going to do the dishes because we're going to have to turn it down to 350 degrees. So here's a question for you to leave down in the comments below. Do you like your pumpkin pie plain, with whipped cream, or with vanilla ice cream? What has gone crazy with all this pumpkin pie spice stuff? Pumpkin pie spice lattes, pumpkin pie spice ice cream, pumpkin pie spice everything. No offense, you can't get anything like the original. Pumpkin pie, man. Come on now, you can keep trying, but all really tastes like shite. As you can see, we've only got about 3 minutes left. Then we're going to be turning the temperature down to 350 degrees, set it again for about 20 to 25 minutes. But let's use a little bit of kitchen witch magic. Let's snap our fingers and make things go a little bit faster. I swear when this is done, I'm going to have a piece this big with about this much whipped cream all over it. Now that's going to be mighty tasty. 15 minutes left, and I'll tell you one thing, she's flat out like a lizard drinking right now, I'll tell you that, mate. Oh man, you should smell it in here. It is unreal. I can't wait, it's almost done. Let's speed things up again with a little bit more magic. It's almost done. Oh boy. You know what that sound means? It's done. So let's take a look at it. Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice? Take toothpick. We're good. That's beautiful. Let's take this out, sit it over here on the baking rack, turn off our oven. Now we'll let this cool, and then I'll be back to you very shortly because we're going to make some whipped cream for the top of this. Now that the pie is almost done cooling, our crustless keto pumpkin pie, I talked about making some whipped cream earlier, some keto friendly whipped cream, and here's the ingredients we're going to use. As we have the swerve replacement brown sugar, we also have swerve replacement icing sugar. This stuff is extremely sweet. You don't need very much. Great stuff for you, all natural, not as bad as real sugar. Pure vanilla extract, teaspoon of this. This is called xanthan gum. This is a natural thickener instead of cornstarch, especially if you're a keto person. You use this to thicken gravies, sauces. It's made from fruit sugars that have been dehydrated down and made into a powder to thicken things. Xanthan gum, great stuff. 2 cups of 35% whipping cream. The higher the fat content, the less sugar in it. Better for keto people. That beautiful bowl that we put into the freezer all nice and chilled. A container for your whipped cream, spatula, And you're gonna need a whip. That sounded kinda dirty. Let's get the ingredients into the bowl and get this keto-friendly whipped cream done. So what do you say we grab ourselves some whipping the cream music? That sounded kinda dirty. And the 1, and the 2, and the 3. It's done. Let's check it out. We'll pop this up. Oh, that looks good. That's good consistency. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Look at how nice that is. Look at that. Just gotta whip it. Whip, 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 whip it. We can put it into our container and then put it in the fridge while this cools and get ready to have some later on. Let's do a little magic and fast forward to that. So now that we've done all that work, it's time to take a taste of our wares. This looks amazing. What a smell. I'm gonna get ready to... You know what's even better than having this by yourself? Is actually being able to share it with a friend. And I know somebody who really likes pumpkin pie. I wonder what she'll think about this. Let's use a little bit of magic to make that work. Hey!
Hey!
How are you?
I'm really glad I was wearing clothes.
Yeah, I guess so.
And it looks like we've got pumpkin pie.
Yes, this is actually keto crustless pumpkin pie with keto whipped cream. So, what do you think?
Smells yummy.
Looks pretty good, eh?
It looks amazing.
Go ahead, have a taste. Tell me what you think. That's really good.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
No, I'm just messing with you. It's amazing.
Well, I should freaking hope so. It's really light, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad you like it, and thank you for joining me. And thanks for coming out to the Witchin Kitchen. We'll catch you soon. Have a smiley, happy day. Bye for now. This is pretty good.
Way better than grocery store pumpkin pie.
Are you freaking kidding me?
No, I'm serious. I've had pumpkin pie. I've never had pumpkin pie like this.
Well, thank you, but god damn it, I should hope it'd be good. You see, now you're pulling my ass. See, that's what it is, isn't it?
Oh no. No, this is amazing.
Well, yeah, well, thank you. Oh.
It tastes like homemade.
Oh. Anyways,
I'm just
go
gonna
ahead
keep
and eat.
eating.
Yeah, you just go ahead.
I'm just gonna keep eating.
Oh, Isis, give me the strength.
This is really good.
Oh, geez, I've never heard sounds like that come out of you before.
Oh, you've heard lots of sounds.
Oh, no, not like that. Do that again. Do that again. Oh, jeez. Oh, just enough to put your hat on. Oh, man, that doesn't look too good. What
happened to your hair?
Oh, you know, I went and hanged up with a bunch of owls last night. Speaking of hooters. That sounded dirty. Oh. Anyways, if you like anything about this video, please like and share it with your friends. Make sure you hit that bell icon and subscribe so that you'll stay up to date on the Witchin Kitchen here, right? Am I correct? Yeah, see? Keep on eating. I like that better. So take care now. Bye-bye.